What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV Daily. Let's get into the tech news. First story of the day is about the Apple HomePod. Now, that is their device that came out about 4 years ago at this point, and it's a big old hunk-a-chunk smart speaker with Siri built into it that allows you to listen to music and control your smart devices and ask it questions. And it looks like they're going to discontinue it. And it doesn't look like they're going to replace it either. It looks like they're going to focus on the Mini, their HomePod Mini, which goes for about $100. The HomePod was going for $300, and they told this exclusively to TechCrunch. Not a huge deal, I guess. I don't even, $300 is a really expensive smart speaker, especially one without a screen. I can see them doing the HomePod Mini, but then I can also see them eventually going over to something that has a display on it. So we'll have to wait and see if they end up doing that. But the HomePod, the original one, the big hunk and chunk one, no more. Next up is about the OnePlus 9 Pro. We keep getting more and more information about the 9 Pro and the 9, but this one's exclusively seemingly about the 9 Pro, and it's going to have some crazy, super fast wireless, that's right, you heard me, wireless charging that's going to be even faster than the charging you can get on a Samsung Galaxy phone. Check this out. So this is exclusively on Price Baba Daily, saying the OnePlus 9 Pro will support 50-watt wireless charging, and if you do want that, they'll sell an upgraded wireless charger at launch alongside the device. They don't say how much the wireless charger will cost. I would imagine it's going to be expensive, $75 or more dollars. I would maybe $100, who knows? It's going to be very, very expensive, but very lovely, because wireless charging, I think on Samsung phones it's only like 15 watts. 50 watts, guys. The fastest you can charge on an S21 Ultra is 25 watts. A year ago with the S20 Ultra, you could charge at 45 watts, but there really wasn't a huge difference between 45 and 25. 50 watts, baby. This is amazing. Plus it's wireless. And remember, their wired charging is 65 watts. Really, really great statistics based off their charging. And the last story of the day, a very slow news day, but I like doing these like little questions and answers that I find on Reddit, and I don't know, just cool to run through them. And it has to do with the Galaxy S20 Ultra versus the S21 Ultra, and which one you should potentially buy, because you can get some great deals on the S20 Ultra, especially for it being a year old at this point. And they're in the comments, they list some great reasons, and I'm gonna throw a couple of my own, but I think this one comment pretty much sums up the reason why you should upgrade to the S21 Ultra. And I've already done a video on this, but I did it months ago. But anyways, let's go back to this. So you can see the question at hand that came up, and the guy's like, hey, I can get a S20 Ultra for $200 less than an S21 Ultra. But there's a great comment in here from Marvel Man for Iron Man. S21 all the way, better cameras, which I totally agree. And also with the better cameras, don't forget, you're not gonna have auto-focusing issues like you do on the S20 Ultra. S21 Ultra does not have auto-focusing issues with things close up. Faster processor, totally true, 888 versus 865. Are you gonna notice a huge difference day to day? Probably not, but it's nice to have that extra horsepower underneath. Better fingerprint sensor, without a doubt. The fingerprint sensor is so much better on the S21 Ultra versus the S20 Ultra. More accurate and seemingly a little bit faster. Better battery life too. That's one thing I noticed as well. The battery life is pretty darn good on the S21 Ultra versus the S20 Ultra. You know, maybe it seemingly. I mean, I can definitely get a full day out of this for the most part. I do have to charge up, but I can get pretty deep in the day before I need to charge up with this. Plus, don't forget, you're getting the full max resolution. You're getting 2K plus at 120 hertz. It's only 1080p on 120 hertz on the S20 Ultra. Not a huge deal, but it's nice to have that extra resolution. Better speakers, I feel like anyway. I'd have to compare them, but from what I remember, this definitely has better speakers than the S20 Ultra. And then, I mean, there's things about the S20 Ultra you might want to. You might want the micro SD. You might want the faster charging. It has 45 watts versus 25 watts. Again, you're not going to notice a difference. Beyond that, I don't know. I would go this phone too. The SD card isn't a big deal to me. For most people, I know some of you think and know, and you really don't need it. Just get more storage in the phone. It's fine. But I would go S21 Ultra too. I would totally recommend this one. Let me know about you guys. That's your question of the day. S21 Ultra or the S20 Ultra? Which is a better phone to get for someone? Is it to save a little bit of money on the S20 Ultra, or to get the, spec for spec, more or less, the better S21 Ultra? Let me know. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a fantastic Saturday. We'll see you down the road. Peace.